Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's action time. It's action time.
Surprised the crap out of me.
All right, action time. So how beginneth the mission? The current action clock is very low. You're at 1500. And you know where the location is. You know some complicating factors of this place. What do you do? What's the plan here? Oh, also, did you roll, Dave, your thing already? You're like, is it rolled before legwork or between legwork and action? I can never remember.
Oh, I did roll my my hold. It happens at the beginning of the mission, so before legwork.
What about your other thing where you tell everybody what their job is?
That's not a roll.
That's now.
Yes, okay, that was the thing that I was thinking of, because I need to be clear about it.
I need to tell everybody what their jobs are.
What is everybody's job? Neat.
Okay, so Q job is dealing with the majority of the like defenses on the ship. So that's going to mean killing most of the big robots, identifying and neutralizing that crew team that you've had a lovely rendezvous with already. But leaving, like this isn't part of your objective. You've got to leave a couple so I can do it. But like you can do the heavy lifting because you're the badass here. But I have to look badass.
Right, so kill just enough of them so that it's easy for you to kill some remaining things in a flashy way.
Yes, correct.
Great. Okay.
My job.
This is starting to feel extra missionary in terms of like the objectives of this.
I mean, he gets to define the mission. That's what he does.
My job is to assist with that, lead from the front, identify any problems as they come up, and delegate to deal with it. Cathode, your job is to provide support in the form of like drone analysis, checking the airspace, and also being like the backup pilot for escape, which is the helicopter. And do you have any ideas for Flamingo as to?
No, I'm pretty extraneous.
Flamingo's gonna keep me from freaking out. Flamingo's gonna defend the helicopter while I like scream that someone's coming and we need to leave and
Yeah, I'm just thinking, is there something you can do as, because you've always been very good at causing the distractions or the smoke screens or diverting attention.
This isn't a matter of attention diverting. This is just blow their shit up. Like
it is. You're correct. So maybe stuff like sending out fake messages or stuff like that to the media about something that's going on somewhere else in the harbor, just so backup is possibly confused as to where they need to come to.
okay. I can probably do that.
Yeah, just some like stuff like that, and then up there with Kathy in case like anything goes wrong.
I'm not leaving the helicopter. I'm hanging out.
No, that's fine.
we got BM Puppy Cat. He'll keep us company.
Yeah.
And I have this weird gun that I don't know how to use. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you how to use that weird gun. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can run through some firing drills or something.
Is there going to be some overly personal trainer moments where you're like,
yes.
you got to hold it like this?
Of course. Of course. Totally impractical wraparound trainer moment. Like, don't help at all.
Right, like Patrick Swayze teaching you how to shoot a gun.
Exactly.
And all I can notice is like your arm that I made, and I'm like, isn't that great? It's your arm that I made.
It's fantastic.
And you make sure to do
Wait,
it
speaking
after
of overly
like,
personal,
QQ's
don't
left.
I still have to deal with your helicopter person? You haven't told me anything about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, your mission can be go on a date.
No, it's too late. It's not part of the mission. That's legwork. This is all mission shit now.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's gonna happen in the next legwork phase. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
so this
Okay.
helicopter was really helpful, right? And you're really grateful that we have it, so
It's amazing.
then you gotta go bang this person now.
What?
Oh.
Hasn't happened yet. Don't worry about it.
I'm looking forward to it. All right. So yeah, I'll just provide oversight. That's my plan.
Yeah, spread misinformation
Cause-
as
Cause
quickly and as
problems
inaccurate
when
as
they are
possible.
necessary.
Yeah, I mean I will warn you though that like again you don't really have
It's
any
too general.
moves for misinformation. You don't have any like actual capability of that. Like you can make some anonymous phone calls, but
He is
it's
not
it's not
accurate.
it's not really Flamingo's.
It doesn't
jam.
it doesn't really matter. Like I did everything that I do already.
That's true.
This part of
No,
the
that's,
mission.
that's not true. You
is
haven't
not
gotten any of
for
your
me.
limbs blown off yet.
Oh, shut up.
That's a thing that you do.
I'm real. All my characters are missing an arm. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It's kind of a theme.
Next time you make a character, just make them with one arm. Just start with one arm,
Oh.
and then I can't.
So
take it
when
away
you
from
lose the other one,
Well,
like
lose the other one.
it's super useless.
Yep.
And I'll have to headbutt everything.
Okay. So what kicks off the mission then? What's happening?
I imagine it's the helicopter flying towards this.
Yeah, so we're just gonna we're gonna come in loud, blow up a bunch of drones with the helicopter. Neat and I like airdrop down while Cathode and Flamingo circle in the helicopter, and we go do the op, and then we get extracted.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay.
Am I
Oh, yeah,
understanding
you
this
can-
plan correctly?
So it's like a full on like Flight of the Valkyries approach.
It is, yes.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, like can Flamingo like do you have to have a specific like piloting role to use the weapon system on the helicopter?
If you don't have a move for it, I can
have a-
just tell you what happens when you tell me.
No,
what
but
you're trying
I'm
to
an
do.
expert. I should be the one doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to fly and do that, it's just
Kathy
I'm
is
a-
actually
a literal-
I am literally just
Expert.
there basically to provide oversight because Kathy doesn't know how to like be merciless and kill everyone. You know? That's basically my plan. Like she's in control of the biggest guns that we have right now, you know, like that's,
yeah, that place over there. Fire on that. Why? Explosives and people inside. You just don't tell her that bit.
No, the firing happens pre you guys leaving, and I'm not supposed to have to
Yeah,
fire
I'm
on
doing all the
anybody.
shooting with the fucking helicopter. Don't worry.
Cool. Okay, let's do them.
And so yeah, I think we get the like Ghost in the Shell style, like super wide angled, ultra close up shot of QQ's face as she's like jacking into the helicopter.
Mhm.
And there's like this weird like she gets like her head like sucks back into the chair in the cockpit, and her eyes start fucking darting around. Pupils dilated.
Mhm.
And then everyone like hears her voice, like she's no longer speaking, it's just broadcasting through the speakers inside. And like, yeah, Kathy is my co-pilot, and then the other two are in the crew compartment or the like cargo compartment,
Mhm.
along with like the robots and stuff. And yeah, QQ just like lifts off and starts rattling off a bunch of like safety information for this helicopter.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, since we're going to be going into a combat zone, I just want to run you through the safety information for this, Rad 19, like blah, blah, blah helicopter. You may notice that there are no seatbelts in the back. That is because this model is equipped with a decelerant gel that will deploy in the event of any collision or impact. However, a study 3 years ago determined that the decelerant gel is highly toxic and causes fiber brain calcification.
The gel
Such
contains
as the
sodium
removed.
benzoate.
Close your mouth, nose, ears, and eyes.
Yeah, we're gonna crash. Ah.
and so the decelerant gel has been removed. We're just gonna try not to get hit.
Right. Yeah. Like the gel
Thank
deploy.
you.
The gel deploying jets will just spray like air at you. Just
Yeah, they just go.
Test throwing gel.
Yeah,
No.
it's like-
and then there's like
It's like being on an airplane when the panel opens, but instead of a mask falling, just like an empty cord.
Yeah.
Just boom.
I owe you.
This is one of those things where like QQ's doing the speech that doesn't help, you know, like one of those things. QQ always does this stuff where like it's just like this sassy kind of like, I don't know, offhanded, making light of a tense situation.
Mhm.
I think like while you're saying that, like I'm ignoring you and like looking at all the things the helicopter can do, and like you see the lights in the back like flash green and then blue and then red and then orange, and I'm just like
Yeah.
And of course, there are actually chairs and stuff. Like QQ's just pulling your leg about the whole thing, and so then like after there's this like sickening lurch of the helicopter like lifting off, the walls like open up. These like chairs like seats like drop out of it, and there's like a full harness and everything, and you can hear her laughing over the intercom, and it's all weird because it's
Yeah, like
disembodied
yeah.
like digital laughter.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, QQ, for running us through the safety features. Like,
And then she
I'm
just
getting-
fucking guns it in this thing.
Yeah.
It goes real fast.
I'm getting Flamingo to help me to like zip up my like skin tight like ninja bodysuit. I can't reach the zipper.
Awesome. Zip me. All right, so you get within like it's real obvious and clear that you're headed towards the ship. There's the roar of the ship, and as you get closer, yeah, I think you start getting like warnings first from the municipal, like the Port Authority, being like, you're entering restricted airspace. This is contested territory. Please submit your authorization or turn back. And it's like an automated message, but it's official enough that you maybe want to take it seriously.
I like send it over to QQ, who then like puts something sassy in the like password area.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing. If you don't transmit, you're just like, no, fuck you. We're flying through this airspace.
I might have something for that actually.
Yeah.
So this alert pops up, and you know, like, give your authorization for your presence here or whatever. You're not authorized. I don't know exactly what it would say, but there must be some way to like talk to a person through this thing.
I mean, this ship, your helicopter is too fast to like go through the phone tree.
Yeah, you might be
know?
right.
Like, it's explicitly a fast vehicle. By the time you get a hold of a person, you'll be there already.
I
This
might.
thing goes over 400 kilometers.
Never mind then.
I mean, I have intel that could be used for this, or we
Right.
could just be like, fuck it. whatever.
Several-
Intel would be good,
Several,
Okay.
I mean, Intel just gives you a +1 to a roll. So
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah.
that's fine, isn't it? If you like do get caught up in the phone tree, then just be like, yeah, sorry, we're going too fast. We're there now, but like I'm doing my best to try and talk to you. Don't like shoot us down or whatever, and just like hold up someone on the other end so they can't send stuff until they finish the request off, right?
Does anyone have any gear?
I have gear.
Yes.
We could
potentially.
spend gear to have
I
a
also have
like
gear.
access and a black market acquired access code or like
Is that
security
gear?
clearance.
I don't think that's really gear. Gear is like
That's-
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's stuff.
It's a gray area, but I don't think gear. That's like I think it's too much. Like that would be expensive and more than a gear could
Okay.
just cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
but intel.
Well, I tell you
adding
what,
to the
I'll tell
roll
you-
would
I'll
be
tell
a
you-
thing.
I'll tell you what I do. I see the request. I access like whatever thing would lead me towards speaking to a person, and if we get there faster. You know, like, and I'll deal with it as we go. I don't have anything to do anyway. I'm gonna deal with this and see if I can hold up reinforcements somehow. That's my plan.
Okay. So I feel like you're just acting under pressure, right? Like,
Am I?
yeah, because
I'm planning to like fast talk. as
you're,
soon as
well, I mean, I say you're not going to get a chance to fast talk because there's no one to talk to,
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Like, because the ship is way too fast. You'll be there in like 10
Alright, well,
seconds.
I get an 8 for acting under pressure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you can this is the thing. Once you enter a restricted space, then they're like, you know, they'll be more aggressive in like pursuing you, and you're able to get caught up in the the phone tree of the municipal like port authority. They're not going to necessarily like send people to come after you, but that they're not the ones you need to worry about so much. I think
we don't want this alarm to go off because we assume that the people we're targeting are going to be tapped into it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, the port authority is like, okay, like, cool, like, great, like you're holding them off, but they don't really care about the ship. They just don't want like squatters to go and like hang out on there. So it's like, you know, get out of this park. It's 10 p.m. But Krug is paying attention through different vectors, and I think we cut to like as you're doing this, as you're coming like ripping in. We see the cloud cover above like part slightly, and we can see kind of the night sky through it, and we cut to we can see the curvature of the Earth, and a big Krug satellite kind of is like drifting by, and it tilts its like solar sails a little bit, and we see the lens kind of like focus, and the big like Krug logo on the side kind of drifts by the shot, and then we cut to inside a little like cramped like command center kind of thing. So there's 3 people sitting around a desk. And one of them, we can see the harbor, and we can see the Chernobog, some other stuff moving around, and they bring up the image of the helicopter like coming flying in, and yeah, and I think like Krug, they see you, you're loud, and you're like barreling in. I mean, that would have happened no matter what, but they're definitely like paying attention. You're able to hold off the municipal port authority, but
Okay.
Krug definitely knows you're coming, but that was unavoidable.
Would you say that I'm driving a cyber-linked vehicle in a high-pressure situation, Adam?
I mean, it's not really high pressure yet.
I'm about to do my strafing run to blow up all these cribs.
Yeah,
so-
well, you're not gonna be able to blow them all up from the vehicle because they have like cover and there's a bunch of them. But yeah, you can make an attack run, but they're gonna fight back, right? They see you coming. You're loud. You're
Yep.
ripping on your way there. Yeah.
So I get to roll edge.
So what move are you using?
I'm using
Can
my
you put it
driving
in the?
move. It is called Hot Shit Driver.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Okay.
And
Okay.
This is part of my planned job
Mm-hmm.
pretty expressly. So I get my +1 forward, and I roll an 11.
Okay.
So I need to hold 3.
So this is during the operation, during the like in and out. Like this is meant to not be moment to moment because it's one of those hold and spend situations.
Yeah, exactly. So this is
Um,
like for this run or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're gonna come in, and I want to, using my helicopter's autocannons, secure a point of entry for us, for like me and Neat to make our, to like run the op. So I need to like clear the deck to a certain extent.
Yeah. I mean, you're well, no, it's not clear the deck necessarily, but it is like counter any AA fire you're gonna get so that you
Yeah.
can land. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Like
Okay. So this
Carve
is
a-
interesting
carve
because
a
this
bunch
move
of
overlaps and overrides some of the results of the next move I'm going to get you to make, right? Because you can just be like, cool, I spend a hold to avoid the thing that would have happened.
Yep.
So go ahead and mix it up, I guess. So you come in hot, and I think that as you do, the drones we see under these tarps, these huge kind of like vehicle drones kind of wake up. All their little like dome sensor things kind of like roll into place, and they lift up and push aside the crates and stuff they're hiding under, and yeah, they start to scan, and they see you approaching and bring their guns up and start.
And the trick is that we already know where they all are.
Yeah.
And so like in my targeting suite, they're just like already pinpointed. And so like
Yeah, you painted the targets on your way in already. Yeah.
it up. Yeah. So I'll roll synth to mix it up.
Okay.
With my +1. I get a lot. I get
Okay.
a 13. No, a 14.
Hell yes. Oh.
Um, And so, yeah, I hit them with my assault cannon, which is, where is this? This one, or the autocannon,
Okay.
which benefits from my targeting suite. So it hits for 6 harm breach.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so we like come in like super fast, and it's like, we do one where it's just like a pass, and I just like blow a bunch of stuff up. So it's just like these explosions appearing on the deck and like big gouts of metal getting wrenched off of things, and then like circle around and actually try to land.
Okay, sure. Now, because this is the weird thing, is you're so like double protected from anything I could do to like threaten you, right? Because it's like, cool, you rolled a 14, so you still have 3 harm for the vehicle. There's really no threat at all. Because even if there was, you could just avoid it with your hold. So yeah, you do that. You clear an area of the deck, giving you space to land, and you do so.
And yeah, landing the chopper is like it's still coming in at full speed, and then it just like suddenly decelerates really heavily by switching the rotors to press forward instead. So it's just like
yeah, more like a spaceship than a land vehicle.
Yeah, and people like black out briefly as it's landing.
Yeah, there's like that moment of like, oh, I hate this.
Pushed into the seats.
Ugh.
Yeah, riding in QQ's helicopter is like you just get really nauseous and black out a bunch.
Sounds like fun.
That sounds like never mind.
So you land, like hit the end of the deck.
Please.
The surface of the ship is like cluttered basically, so you don't have a lot of room. I think that you like have to, when you land, you push aside part of the stacks of some of the abandoned containers, and they tip, and like some of them fall off overboard into the water. And yeah, you land on the surface, and yeah, you've cleared this area, but there are other of these like crab drones. Maybe one of them comes up out of the water and is like climbing up over the side, and a few of them are approaching from the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's these drones and we've landed?
Yeah.
QQ just nods to Kathy and is like, "You've got the ship," and I'm like quickly unbuckling and dashing outside.
Good luck.
Drones, though. Are there any like damaged, unfunctioning ones like close by? Like, do you think that they were...
Now the amount of harm you're doing with the Red Grider, they're just totaled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Immediately, I'm like, as soon as QQ is out of the like hot seat, so to speak, and is moving towards like jumping out the helicopter and onto the deck with our good buddy Meat. I'm immediately going to Kathy like, get us higher, take out those bigger drones.
Wait,
you know,
what? Like, aren't they going to do that right now? You want me to fly away?
there are people-sized things to kill for them. We'll deal with the bigger stuff. You have control. You have the guns. Shoot them.
But we could just like, if I could just get close enough, I could totally
Fire.
Right.
Do you want them to be hurt? You remember what getting shot feels like?
So
No.
QQ and Neat jump off the ship, and you can see we get the like focus change. We can see past them. Like, so we're seeing you. We focus to them as they jump off and start running, and then we get the farthest focus as the camera falls on one of these crab drones that kind of like slides sideways out from behind a bunch of containers, and it's like guns come up. And start to whir, and they're about to like fire a bunch of machine gun fire down towards, like basically towards both of you down the corridor.
All right, yeah. So like I like take a hot second, and then you're like, do you remember what being shot feels like? And like you feel like the lurch of the helicopter as I like pull up. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Right. Guns. I know how to do this. I think.
Okay.
So I guess I'm providing cover.
Yeah, we got to talk about what you're doing here. So you want to seize control of an objective, which is to say, like, what? What are you trying?
I want to, because they like the whole point was that QQ was supposed to take care of those drones, but I don't want there to be so many drones that QQ is getting like overwhelmed. But at the same time, it can't fire at QQ and drones and not hit both of them.
Weapon
So like,
does
what
have
are you?
tag.
What are you telling me to do? You're telling me to fire on like, is there like a group of them like separate from?
Is it like one of those situations where there are like some bigger ones that are clearly like a vehicle weapon target, or is it just like QQ and Neat going to mess stuff up? Because I was under the impression that we needed to provide like cover fire from a strafing position.
Right, which is what this move is, right? If you're mixing it up to provide like to push the drones back or whatever to like give them a corridor to get
Because they need
into
to get
the ship.
inside to like
Yeah, to
mess
keep
up
things
this,
manageable.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I guess we're trying to keep the drones far enough away from you guys that you can get in there and go do the people things, I guess.
We want to secure the deck,
The deck.
so that they can deal with everything else.
Yeah, you
So
want to
it's
secure
more
them. You want to secure them a path from where they are to the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It just means so beyond that, you'll still have to deal with the
Yes.
drones outside. But yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
so
and
yeah,
mix it up. See how that goes.
I'm mixing it up. Okay.
You're operating the guns, aren't you?
Do I have anything attached to this because it's the helicopter guns, or like how do I?
So I have the weapon information for you, but unless you have a targeting suite or any other like,
I
'cause-
have the neural interface.
yeah, that lets you pilot it with your brain, so that's
Okay.
cool.
You still gotta fire the guns with your gun.
There's a move.
firing.
There's a move called Second Skin for actually using your neural interface with the cyber vehicle to get a bunch of bonuses. Which, if you had that, you would be
No.
able to be as huge.
I mean, you've
badass.
never your interface is not built for this.
Yeah, I know
Right.
how to operate it, but I don't have I don't have any kind of specs on.
You can
on,
you can make it do all kinds of cool shit, but in a combat situation, you don't have.
Yeah,
the
no, I
software.
don't have
You
anything
get the
that
hardware,
will help
but
me
not the
with that.
software for it.
Yeah.
Nor the training, nor the will.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got that autocannon that's still in the chat feed there.
So I'm using meat then. This
Yes.
is meat.
Yeah.
This is a horrible idea. I'm just
Yep.
letting you know. This is a
Oh,
horrible
are you
idea.
doing that whole thing where you're just like, like at
Yeah,
the-
just closing your eyes and holding the triggers down.
I'm just like you telling me to destroy drones is almost as bad as you telling me to kill people.
I play.
So in the moment of hesitation as this happens, I kind of look. I'm like, we gave her a really big gun, and I'd really like to try and take some cover before she opens up, just so I'm not like massively in danger in case she screws up and like peppers the entire deck
You
and kills me.
win, right?
Okay, here's what I do. I place my hand on your shoulder while you're in this like hot seat moment, and I say, "Fucking shoot!"
Okay.
Oh
What
my
did I
God.
fucking
Oh
tell
my
you?
God.
Good.
And I
Good
fail miserably.
All right. Yeah, this got a lot more kick than you expected.
What did I tell you? This is a horrible decision.
So I think the first couple of shots, you know, it's like it's an autocannon, right? So it's not like a machine gun. It's not firing a ton of shots, but it does go like fire
It's like
rapidly.
Pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
pop.
So you fire the first couple, and you're not actually holding anything. You're just sitting there, and it's doing it. But then it's starting to like drift, and the first few shots run like a little wide of the drone that's up ahead of you, and then the last shot hits like a stack of barrels and like containers to the side as your friends are running forward, and there's a huge explosion, and the containers tumble forward, and they block the path between you two and the like tower, the way into the ship.
It's a horrible idea.
You've got the drones separated on this side, and then I think are you moving the ship at the same time? Like, are you pulling off the deck, or are you staying on deck?
We were raised
going
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
they're
had
airborne.
flown. Yeah.
All right. So then I think that gives the other drones that are on deck a chance to fire up at you.
Awesome.
So there's this big explosion, and these containers, these big metal containers, tumble forward. They break open. There's a kind of like the sound of someone stabbing a tin can with a knife, but amplified several hundred times. So this all collapses. This tower of stuff falls, and then the drones come up. Two of them come up around behind the helicopter, and their cannons start to fire up at you. So you can hear the loud like pinging sounds, and I actually think that I guess both of you are in the cockpit, but we see a bunch of shots go like up through the bottom of the cargo hold and like rip through the back of the ship. They don't necessarily hit anything important, but you're gonna need to deal with that. The helicopter's getting shot at.
Every inch of this helicopter is important, Adam. I just want you to know that. They have hit
Fair.
something important.
Fair.
I don't have. This is weird because it's like you're an expert, but you don't have any way to actually do anything.
There's a difference between being an expert on how a thing works and using the thing, right?
Yeah.
If we were playing a different game that I also really like, this would be the difference between a wise and a skill.
A different game.
You're helicopter wise, but you don't have helicopters.
Okay. So I'm then trying to get the helicopter out of the way of
You tell me what you do.
shooting it?
Yeah, you're getting shot at. What do you do?
I instinctively go away from the bullets. Move away from the bullets.
Just in any random direction, or
there isn't anything but ocean. It's a boat in the middle of the ocean, right?
I mean, it's not in the middle of the ocean, but yeah, there isn't exactly like cover or anything. You're a helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't.
You can just fly away and then come back because you're so fast.
Yeah, I fly away from the boat towards the like where there would be cover.
Juke the initial autocannon shots and then just try to get out of range.
Yeah, that.
I have stopped helping, and I am now gritting my teeth and going like,
Yeah, and like
What did you expect?
It's totally inaudible because you're like too busy panicking. But I'm in the background. I'm like, it's like the arms stop at like 40 degrees up. As long as you get above them, they won't fit you in the arc of fire. And it's just background noise to you as you're like.
Yeah. You feel a dull ache of premonition in your one good arm. Cathode, go ahead and act under pressure here. The pressure is the helicopter getting shot the fuck up.
I'm really excited for this.
How cool are you?
I'm 8
Don't
cool.
ruin my fucking helicopter.
8 cool, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
first thing we do, ruin your helicopter.
That makes sense here. Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I don't think the helicopter gets hit. Here's your choice. The helicopter can get hit and like take some actual damage, and you got to give up one of. Here you go. You got to give up one of two things. You give up either the weapons, either the weapon systems are damaged, you can't use them for the rest of the mission. So the targeting computer gets fucked, or there's a fuel leak, and you don't have enough fuel to stay aloft during the mission and get back. You can either bail out now and be like, sorry, boys, you're on your own, to everybody who's still on the ship, or you put it down, keep the guns, and deal with these things on the deck.
Wait, so sorry, I'm mixed up. So we either lose the weapons, lose the getaway, or lose the ability to come back?
No, it's just one of two things. You leave with the guns non-functional. Like you can leave. There's a fuel leak or the guns are broken. If you choose the fuel leak, you keep the guns, but you either have to fuck off or stay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they wreck the fuel line and you have enough fuel in the tank to get you like away from here right now, or not.
I mean, I just like I don't know how like that's a choice that I am making. Like
Well, I mean, you as a player are making this choice.
well, I don't give a
Cathode's not
shit about
making
the
this.
weapons.
Cathode's not making this decision.
Okay.
Well, there's your answer then. You don't care about the weapons.
I don't care about the weapons. The weapons get knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's
So
probably not a good idea for me to have those anyway.
you have this like targeting system in your HUD, but you're not really paying attention to it. You yank the ship around, dip, and then thrust to get up high away from these things. They fire, and you get out of their range, but the ship takes a bunch of hits, and there's a bunch of red lights and klaxons going off, and the weapon systems go offline. You can't. It's the targeting computer and its connection to the guns. The guns are still functional, but you can't fire them until you repair that connection.
Okay.
But you're able to, at least for now, maintain a distance.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
I'm gonna move the action clock up because obviously fucking red alert.
Yep.
Because that's a real problem.
Yeah, heavy, loud intensity. And the ship gets a sudden like all points kind of bulletin, like mega broadcast to everyone within a certain distance of the Chernobog, being like, this is a Krug, basically the Krug like boilerplate warning, like do what we say or we'll kill you. And it's just saying like all air and ship traffic within 3 kilometers of the Chernobog will be considered an act of war against Krug. They're basically just saying like everybody get the fuck away. And I think
this is really interesting because this ship does not officially exist.
Exactly. So
Oh,
they've
so
had to
yeah.
pull out the like no fly perimeter enact, but they also have to admit that they like care about this ship. Somewhere someone is like getting out the self-destruct key just in case. Some nervous guy at a meeting is like on his phone in the back corner being like, no, it's fine. No, go ahead, have a meeting. Seriously? And he's like, opening the glass case.
There's somebody else getting out the pistol for like
Yeah, exactly.
Some intelligence operative getting ready to off themselves over this.
So meanwhile, on deck, the ship pulls away, or the chopper pulls away. There's this big collapse of the crates, and now you're out on deck, and your direct line now has a big pile of burning like wreckage in front of it. There are 2 crab drones firing up at the helicopter as it pulls away, and they're maybe like I don't know, like couple hundred meters away from you.
What I'm seeing in my mind's eye is there's like the route we were gonna take, which is now blocked,
Yes.
and then there's a route that goes through one of those drones.
Well,
Like, we hit drones.
let's like let my tactical brain make that call for you, like
Right,
before you do
yeah.
it, because we can. Yeah, I'm good at
So neat,
assessing.
you see
action.
QQ see the first possible thing and get ready to like lunge for it. Are you like, well, hold on, let me assess.
Yeah, I just try and assess as quickly as possible because this is what I'm good at. It's
Okay.
making the tactical decision.
Sure, and you don't have to act under pressure first because the chopper is taking all the heat. So
Sure. Okay. So I'm going to assess.
Okay.
And the move is called tactical operations. So I'll get a hold even if I miss.
Okay.
I'm going to take my forward because this is my job, my part of the plan, which I set out.
10.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Perfect. +1 even if you miss. Okay, so 3 questions. What's my best way past
I mean,
these?
you got a fucking laser sword, right? The deck of the ship is not that thick.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's true.
Yeah, I think what QQ is doing in the meantime too is she's pulled out her guns and like peppers this fallen shipping container with fire to see if she can like blow through it
Yeah.
and stuff. Like she's trying similar approaches.
Yeah, and like on the other side, one of these crab drones, actually like a couple of them have clustered behind it and they're climbing up the like wreckage, but stuff keeps shifting and falling, so it'll take them a minute to get up and over.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's a little like vignette in the background as Neat's like, "What do we do?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Like with this assess, I guess it's me. Is it me in this exact moment? Do I have to use all the questions here, or is it in the next few minutes?
Does it say hold and spend, or does it say
It's spend hold
in
at
the
any
ensuing
time.
action? So yeah, you can ask them as you go. You got 2 more.
Yeah. So it was just like, okay, ask the question, got an answer here, and then when we fall below decks and X other problem, I can then use hold there.
Yeah. This is just tactical mind. You're like ready to go.
Yeah. So I just say, I'm just like, actually I just shout it because like we're both like next to each other. I say tactical, like covering fire, and I just like pull out this sword, like flick it, and with like it's a very loud. It doesn't need to be this loud to like ignite the plasma or whatever in it,
Right.
but it makes this like massively loud, ostentatious sound, which is like when the thing starts recording, and I flip it over, and I like run in a circle, like cutting this hole in the deck around the 2 of us.
Yeah. Now
QQ tries to, like-
here's what I think we see, because I want to present you with a choice. So you start cutting the deck. You finish the first half of the the first arc in front of you, like slicing through the deck, and there's sparks and like molten metal like flicking up around you. And then you look up, and we see over your shoulder, and we get the focal shift. And one of the drones that was firing up at the helicopter has turned down towards you now, and its guns are like red hot and spinning. And it flips the guns over, so there's like a pivot point on the elbow. The guns flip over, and in their place, there are two big like chainsaws. And they start to like whir, and the thing sort of like crouches down and starts to like skitter towards you.
I mean, QQ's job is covering fire here, so I'm already shooting at that thing. Unless Neat tells me not to, so that he can, whatever, sword fight it.
You're muted, Dave. We can't hear you. Tell us your heroic thing.
Sorry. So instead of finishing the big hole for both of us to go through, I just quickly like finish it so that QQ can drop down, and I'll be like, join you in a second, and I just fucking run at this thing with the chainsaws.
All right. Okay. So yeah, Neat carves a hole in the deck, and yeah, it's not like a perfect circle that like falls in. It just like wrenches free. Wrenches free of its own weight, kind of like tips, and yeah, there's darkness underneath through this like layer of deck, and then Neat charges the chainsaw crab drone.
Yeah, so I'll go do the actual fucking mission as usual. As per usual, it's just like, okay, QQ's gonna go like do the whole mission now. So I just like,
it's like the perfect bait for me. Adam knows me so well.
yeah, I look over at him and I'm just like, fucking really? But I'm like already running down. And like, so for this whole sword fight sequence, he's getting spam from QQ over AR messaging that's just like, you fucking idiot, like blah blah blah. It's just like constant in his
right
vision.
Like in a Periscope video, just the little emotes popping up on the side of your field of view, and they're all just like poops and swords.
Yeah, exactly.
So Katho, did you leave Puppy Cat like on deck to hang out with them, or is Puppy Cat just, like,
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
That drone is safe inside of this helicopter. It never got off of this helicopter without me. This drone is for me, not for you. It's my drone. Okay? Yeah. All of those things.
Yeah. I wonder about, and we should talk about directives after the mission, but I wonder if your protect your drones directive is serving you in a positive way. This isn't a judgment on your play style. It's just choosing not to endanger the drones often just means not using them, which is tricky.
Yeah, but the directives in general are a thing.
Yeah,
we can talk about it later.
Okay. Cool. So you're on the ship or on the helicopter. You've pulled outside of firing range, and I guess let's have Neat mix it up with the drone. And what you actually want to get out of this, Neat, I assume, is not like killing the drone in a way to defeat it. You want like a badass recording of you using Muramasa, the master swordsman or swordsmith's weapon, that you can fulfill your bond of honor with him, right? Like it's about the showiness of the fight, not about the fight itself.
And I'm totally endangering the mission for like my own personal thing.
Yeah, of course. That's very very clear and obvious to me. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly level up and up mind. So when I mix it up, I'm doing a +2 instead of a +1.
Okay.
Right, because you mix it up with mind.
Oh,
I do.
Hang on. So, yeah, I think that's fair. There's a order of process here, whether like making the move is what endangers you, or whether you're endangering it and then making the move. So whether or not you can spend that, because it's your last. It's your last one before an advance, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we need to resolve the fictional chunk before you can take the XP and do the advance.
All right, I'll do it with a slightly worse mind. And I mean, if it works in that case, it's perfect, because that is the thing that makes me better at doing this.
Yeah.
And if not, I might change my mind later. Okay. All right, so real quick, before I do it, as I'm charging at it, how is it vulnerable to me?
Well, it has a weak point that you can attack for massive damage. So, yeah.
How long were you planning that? How long?
Actually, it literally just occurred to me now.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so I think that's what happens. Like as you're running towards it, your fucking sword behind you, little anime legs going. Yeah, you see in your mind's eye the schematics of this drone. You've seen these before. They were originally intended for like aquatic or amphibious combat ops, but they decided not to use it because, yeah, the underside isn't as well armored as the rest of it. And people were planting claymores in the sand. So when they would come up, they would blow up underneath it and they'd either flip them or damage their insides. So yeah, it stays low to the ground. And if you can get under it, that's where it's weak to you.
Okay, perfect. So now that I'm acting on my knowledge of doing it, it's with a +1 forward because I've pre-assessed the situation.
Yep.
9, 10, 12.
All right. So describe what this looks like for us.
Oh, fuck yes, this is what I live for. This is my life. I've not got a picture yet. If anybody, like people in chat are saying, fan out the scene, just the katana would be fine. Any and all renditions of being katana. Really into that. I'll probably also do one. So I run up. It's got its 2 chainsaws revved. It cuts down low first, kind of going for the middle of me. I flip over this one. It's got like a flat on the top which isn't circulating. So I plant a hand onto that, and the second, and like spring up over that as the second chainsaw arm comes there. I then, like, as I'm in midair, try and like lean backwards, go underneath that one, end in slide as I raise it up and just like cut underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that like damages it.
Yeah, its chainsaw arms kind of like come swinging in at you, and they like slice open a big X on the deck, and there's sparks flying everywhere as you slide past them. You slide underneath it, yeah, cut open, and then you end in like a crouch with your sword out on the other side. And I think there's like raindrops hitting the plasma blade and like sizzling off of it, and then the underside of the drone just kind of like falls out. And all of its internal parts just crash onto the deck.
No, it's totally synced as well because I know I've done that, and then I give it a second to like catch the raindrops and sizzle, and then I kind of like flick it around in a maneuver I've been practicing way more than I was listening to everything else that happened before. And as I sheath it, that's when it just like it kind of explodes a bit and stuff.
Yeah. It takes a second for the weight of its guts to like fall out of the bottom. But I imagine like because there is this sort of like light moisture in the air all the time, whenever you swing the sword, there's like an arc of steam wherever it goes, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you like snap it back, and then the thing just like collapses in on itself and like crumbles onto the deck in a mess of severed fuel lines, and then it just lights on fire because it has to.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe that's a good point to put a pin in it for now.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was the time.
I know, right?
I'm so into these sessions.
Flying by.
Crazy.
So yeah, we'll pause here and we'll come back next week and we will find out how the rest of the mission goes. We'll clear out the action phase. Cool. Nice work. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, good job blowing everything up.
I mean, that was the approach. The approach.
I mean, and all the stuff before that. I mean, we know who Rama is now, and that's just like made my life way better.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the other thing is the like, let's just take turns describing cyberpunk things and characters and places.
Yep, it's good.
It's a new role-playing game I invented called Just Say Stuff About Things.
Just Say Stuff About Things by Adam Coble.
It's the name of the game and the rule set.
It's a one-page PDF.
You can buy it for $49.99
Yeah,
on
can you
Drive-Thru
actually
RPG.
publish a one-page PDF with your name on it for like $1 million?
All it says is Just Say Stuff and Things by Adam Coble, and then there's on the back side of the like printed copy is the thing that says refer to the front.
Yeah, it's a one-rule role-playing game. Just say stuff.
Dunzo.
Say stuff about things.
Embossed. It's like a metal plate. It's embossed.
Start giving it out at cons. Cool. Well, GG everybody. Yeah, this has been an interesting mission because its pacing is so different from the first two.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah,
we just all got more comfortable with with having that space where we wanted to do this stuff, and so we were just like, all right, well, we're just gonna put it wherever we want it to go, right?
yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that I'm of the mind that there are like ways that games are designed to be played. And I'm not sure which of the two styles.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this one falls in terms of that.
Because this mission, I feel like we're not really like
We haven't
in
really
some ways like playing the game the way that it wants. The only thing I'm really struggling with, and I'm actually like trying to figure this out as we go, is I have control over whether you succeed or fail ultimately. You kind of don't. Because I could just be like, cool, action clock, action clock, action clock. Oh, you lose, right? So I'm trying to, I know how I GM, and I know what I'm going to end up doing in every mission unless I actively push against it, is just like let the action clock get to 2300 and then just hang it there until you finish the mission.
It's like Apocalypse World learning of be a fan of the players, and it's mission-based game, which is be realistic and like authentic to security systems and the world.
That's the thing I'm trying. That's the thing I'm trying really hard to do, is just be like, okay, in the fiction, how far can they push this before it actually ends? But it also feels mean. Like if I say, cool, that's the action clock, it's full. That's me explicitly saying to all of you, like, cool, I have decided that you failed. That was my choice that I made. Which is a weird.
I mean, but if like mechanically we were doing this, like we're on the boat, obviously in the action phase, and we have one failed roll after another, I mean, it's not just all you know?
Right, but it isn't necessarily just one failure equals one tick of the
yeah,
clock.
because that's not the rule. It's just like whenever you feel,
whenever it makes sense.
Yeah, whenever.
Yeah, like I could very easily be within my kind of rights as the MC to be like, okay, cool, they just landed a big attack helicopter and started shooting. They cancel the whole mission, like the whole meeting is canceled. They bail, they get on the submarine and fuck off. Immediate filled clock, you're done, right? Because I've set up the clock in advance with a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah, like do you tick it forwards every time only we make dumb decisions? Like
right, but even
asking
then
the person with negative meat to like fire these autocannons? Or is it every time that we fail to notice or address a bit of prep that they have made against us? I can imagine it's a really difficult situation to be in. So I very much appreciate you making it as fun as it is for us.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a game, and games require that you play them to learn how they work. So I think we're still doing that. But yeah, so we'll come back next week and we'll finish off the mission, and then we'll see where we end up, and we'll make another one. Cool. Thanks everybody. Let's do the thing. Get your NERPs ready. Let's start with Blue Jay this time.
NERPs. I'm not ready.
Tell everybody about
aren't ready.
Just NERP harder, Blue Jay. You can do it.
I'm gonna pause. Okay. Hi, I'm Blue Jay. You can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. Probably mostly on Twitter right now because I'm in the process of dismantling my entire life and putting it back together in another state. Haha! Is that cyberpunk? Who knows? Find out.
Dismantling your entire life is cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's totally.
No,
cyberpunk.
having the state dismantle your entire life is cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Trying to put it back
together is definitely not cyberpunk though.
Good. Well, I haven't done that part yet.
Good.
So anyway, that's the thing. I honestly don't know what state I'm gonna be in the next time I see you guys.
It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
About a mechanical state.
No,
You're just replaced by a robot.
Physical state.
That would
Like
be
solid, liquid,
Yeah,
gas,
I'm gonna be a plasma. next time I see you
hyperfluid.
guys.
Was it
Excellent.
super fluid?
Well,
Be in an
tune
elevator.
in next time for Plasma Blue Jay. Dave.
Yep. That's my time. I thought you were going to ask me a question.
No, I'm just setting you up. Knock him down.
Oh, I just realized I never picked a second skill wire.
How's
Cool.
how's that Allen key tasting, Dave?
I've not put it in my mouth yet. I don't know how it's taken me this long on shows to notice, but like every time I'm listening to other people do stuff, I just put things in my mouth. It's kind of weird. So I'm trying to not do that, but I almost did it. So thank you for reminding me, but I hadn't yet. If you would like to, actually, I don't think I've ever tweeted about putting things in my mouth. If you would like to hear about things that I do, which I don't actually say because at the moment they're all like weird and confidential, but not in an exciting way, in like a really dull way. You can follow me on Twitter at Dave_the_human. Yeah, and hopefully, like when I'm done with all this, I really want to get back to streaming. I've just like had an itch for the last couple of days, but I've been super busy. But I will do that on. I guess I'm Dave_human on Twitch now, so that's cool. So you can do that if you want, if you care. Yep.
Thank you, Dave Human. Andrew.
Well, hi there. You can find me on the internet at Commuting Crow on Twitter, and that is where you will access all of my NERPs by way of that gateway. It is a NERPs portal.
Yes.
Normally I would be streaming after this show, but I'm currently suffering from some cyber brain calcification. So I will be unable to do so. I feel like shit.
That is the common parlance way of saying that. Yep.
But on Monday, I will resume developing a Match Girl anime tabletop role-playing game that is a hack of Blades in the Dark. And you can come check me out while I do that.
Wicked. Thank you. Elf.
Hello. If you wish to seek out the person that is me on the internet, you may do so at twitch.tv/distractedelf and on Twitter at distractedelf. Following both of those things is within directive, and you should follow directive at all times, because if you don't follow directive, handlers will be dispatched.
But what if I want to get handled?
We'll talk about that later.
Get handled by
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. I can dispatch some.
We're getting really bad about this. This is becoming a
Magically
problem.
handled with her magical
Wait, really bad
fists.
about what?
I don't know. Just
What, this thing where
content that we're making.
I mean, when Andrew said you can come check me out at wherever, I was like, I'll do that. That's what went through my brain. So yeah,
all right.
we're getting bad.
All right, subtext squad. That'll do her for today. You can watch all of us play role-playing games together if that's a thing you've been enjoying doing. You can do it right here, twitch.tv/Roll20 app, or over at YouTube, MS Roll20. All the links for the social stuff down below, whatever platform you're looking at. We play Dungeons and Dragons on Thursdays. We're playing White Plume Mountain right now. We're exploring Tales from the Yawning Portal, which you can pre-order in Roll20 module form right now. It'll be available on the 24th. And then, as you've just seen, we're playing Hamish Cameron's The Sprawl. Yeah, we've got some stuff planned for the future that we'll probably be able to announce for later. But right now, we're looking mostly at doing this thing and finishing off the first season of the Adventurers League. As for me, you can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Coble, and Twitter, I am Skinny Ghost. And on Sunday, I think, what day is it today? The 19th? Yeah, on Sunday, it just got announced, my little Game Master roundtable with Matt Mercer and me and a bunch of other cool people is going to go live on Geek and Sundry's alpha platform. So you can check that out on the weekend if you haven't already. It's a thing that I got to do and couldn't talk about it till now, so I'm super excited about it. I think that's it for us for today. We'll be back next week with Dungeons and Dragons on Thursday. Thank you for coming, everybody. And
whose turn is it for?
We got to decide who wants to do is it Cyberpunk next week? Who wants to do that?
I mean, someone was trying to take my day.
That's true, I did.
All right, Elf, you're up next week.
All right.
So
All right,
tune in next Friday for Is It Cyberpunk plus several hours of role playing. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.